All right, let's still travel in the court records of God, the truth of Acts 27. We are not done. We want to get it because we go to church and we skip the word to tell lies. And let's just see what it really said. All right, verse 40. Lord, forgive us because we didn't know that your word was supposed to be read like this. Thank you for allowing us to see it before it was too late. All right, verse 40. I want you to see this. Hope everything is in order. And when they had taken up the anchors, because what happened was they were going to try to escape. And Paul said, if y'all leave, you're going to die. And then they thought they were in a particular place they didn't recognize. And they saw what happened. And when it was day, they did not recognize the land. They discovered a certain creek with the shore and in where they said, okay, we will stay here if it were possible to thrust in the ship. All right, what does that say in verse 39? Make sure I'm not just rushing. When they came, they did not recognize the land, but they noticed a bay with a beach, and they decided to run the ship ashore there if they could. And then verse 40, so they cut the cables and severed the anchor and left them in the sea, while at the same time unlashing the ropes of the rudders, and after hoisting the foresail to the wind, they headed steadily for the beach. So they got off, they secured the ship and said, let's go to the beach. They loosed the rudder bands, hoisted up the mainsail to the wind, and made toward shore. Nothing religious, it's just what happened. That's what we need to know. What happened? What is the word saying? And falling into a place where two seas met, they ran the ship aground, and the forepart stuck fast and remained unmovable, but the hinder part was broken with the violence of the waves. So they had some problems. 41 says, but striking a reef with waves breaking in on either side, they ran the ship aground. The prow forward point stuck fast and remained immovable, while the stern began to break up under the violent force of the waves. So they were in trouble right here. They had a problem with the ship is breaking apart. And the soldiers' counsel was to kill the prisoners. So they said, what are we going to do? Lest any of them should swim out and escape. They were like, now we got a problem. These prisoners are going to try to get away. But the centurion, willing to save Paul, said, nah, we ain't going to kill these guys. Kept them from their purpose, and commanded that they which could swim should cast themselves first into the sea and get to land. So they was like, we got to kill these guys. I mean, one man they wanted to protect was given life as well as the rest of the soldiers. God had one man on that ship that made a difference, and nobody died. The soldiers said, no, we got to keep Paul alive, because we saved Paul, we got to save the rest of them. We killed Paul, we got to kill everybody. So we're going to keep Paul alive. God said, anybody that I sent, you are safe in the city if you got somebody that's talking to God, or even on the ship. And the rest, some on boards and some broken pieces of the ship. And so it came to pass that they escaped all safe to the land. Now, what did God tell Paul by that angel? Let's go back here. All right, right here. Where am I? Verse 10 said, and said unto them, sirs, I perceive that this voyage will be with hurt and much damage, not only on the land and ship, but all of our lives. And then it was where did that angel tell Paul, said, he said, verse, here it is. Let me show you. It said, just track the word and see how God keeps his word. Verse 23, I think. He said, for there stood by me last night the angel of God who said, I am, in whom I serve, saying, fear not, Paul, you must be brought before Caesar, and lo, God has given you all them that shall sail with you. Wherefore, sirs, be of good cheer, for I believe God that it shall be even as it was told me. Howbeit we must be cast upon a certain island, that's where they are, and so we're going to have some problems, but I got an assignment, and God said we're going to be okay. And here it is in the last verse, where it came to pass that the ship got stuck, and the soldiers said, kill them. And they said, no, we can't kill Paul, so we got to let everybody else live too. And the rest, some on boards and some on broken pieces of the ship. In other words, some of them guys stayed on the ship, on the part that was there, some of them on broken pieces of the ship. And so it came to pass that they escaped all safe to land. So everybody that was on their ship, because of the assignment of one man, did not lose their lives. You must, I must say, and I'll say it again, somebody got to stay in the Word of God. When that one person stays in the Word of God, then you can hear from God. And if you listen, you're going to be okay. But if everybody's in darkness and nobody's in the light, you already know it's not good. So somebody stay in the Word. Somebody in your family, somebody in your church, somebody in your community, somebody cry out to God and say, what is it I can do so that other people can be saved and learn more about you? That's chapter 27. And the last chapter of Acts is chapter 28. And I think I've been in Acts almost, I know, at least 2 months. I think I've been in here at least about 8 weeks. But if not, it's been a minute, because I'm not in a hurry, because I really want to know what is said, and I really want to share with other people how important it is to learn to read the Word of God correctly.